Hello and welcome back to Space Engineers. My name is Rabenschild. My chair is still squeaky. You basically find me doing cleanup. I had drone attacks for a while and I shot them down, and now I'm trying to at least keep everything a bit clean here. So that's why this rover is out and about to bring in things. I have to reduce the strength of the power of the wheels here a bit, because this thing still bucks every time I start to move it. And you can see there's something on the horizon that could be interesting to see, and we will take a look at that in a second. I'm sorry, that's dumb. I'm still working on this channel here, and I automated the process going forward. By the way, there's a lot of comments I haven't reacted to yet. I will maybe tomorrow when I upload this video, but I'm at the moment I don't have a lot of time to do anything. That's why I usually just load into the game, then be here, do something else. And yeah, now I just wanted to give you a bit of a heads up what we are doing here. So this process is now automated, and thanks to Alex, he noticed my big mistake when it comes to the whole thing going forward, because I didn't start the timer. I didn't let the timer start itself. So this is working now on a 45-second timer, and it is working pretty well. It's not completely fast. It could be a whole lot faster, but I don't have to do anything. The truck is just sitting there and is grinding away, and I hope that at one point we reach this area and then we can stop the whole thing, go through it, and continue with the next dig. The good thing about this is this gives me time to do other things, let's say it that way. And I used the time to do another thing, to work out a bit more. I had comments about this being an Autobahn project. Here in Germany, the highways are called Autobahn, and we have something that is called Autobahnmeisterei. The Autobahn has basically, there's people working on the streets and repairing the streets and cleaning up the streets and all that stuff. That's the Autobahnmeisterei. They do all the work on that, and they're there to keep the whole system working. And the idea here is that we are at the moment basically doing the same, keeping the whole system working. And you can see there's another rover and another thing that digs. And this is a small rover that is doing all the digging. That's why the whole area looks a bit weird, because it's just 6 drill and fill systems working together to get a similar height and the same width as the big system has. So here you can see it's not beautiful. It is, as always, very, very functional. It will get worked on a bit more, but I had to arm it with a turret, and we are throwing out all the stone because this thing has nothing to deal with the stone. It has some solar panels on it to keep the whole thing running. It has also some reactors, but I hope that they are not in use at the moment. The whole thing is set up to have a really long wheelbase. The whole thing, the most mass is sitting somewhat in between the wheels, so this thing is really stable. And we have another turret on here. This one is running on Fun's script. I will not do anything with it, but I could move it now with the buttons. It is a lot more precise that way, and it it doesn't have the problem that the other system has, where it is very, very unprecise while it moves and does stuff with setting it up to dig. This one is a lot better. It is more precise. I can set it up very direct. You can see it is able to point relatively far downward, far upward. So with this thing, if it comes to cleanup and doing small detail work for the streets I'm basically digging, it is a lot nicer. And I'm trying to get rid of these rough patches. I'm not sure if I can get this, but with this thing I can dig this out, drive around this thing, or maybe just drive over it. Should work out relatively well, and it should make the ascent and descent of the truck on this part a lot better. With this thing, I can also go and drive to other parts and clean that up. I don't have to do it with a big one now. For smaller patches, just to maybe just cut the top of a hill or something like that. This thing should be really nice. I hope, at least. I hope it works out. Or it does. At the moment, it works out really well. It is also set up with a timer. So it is also set up with a 45-second timer that just drives the whole thing forward. I didn't figure out if 45 seconds is good for this. With the timer, I have only one problem. I have to now keep an eye on it. So if it goes too far, I might end up digging weird tunnels through the ground. That shouldn't be a problem with this dig side, because this points upward. So this should at one point just leave the planet's surface and not dig out anything anymore. But this is also working out really fine. The thing here is, take a look at the particles. These things, they don't mean anything. This thing is working without these particles or whatever it is being there. I'm not sure, maybe that's the thing that brings back materials, but you can see it is still working. So this is just dress up the yellow particles there. It shows the thing working. At the moment, I'm pretty happy with what these two things are doing. One thing I have a problem with is stone. I'm running into huge trouble with stone. I might have it figured out right now, but before I had heaps and heaps of stone, and I still have, you can see that. The stone dusters are just full. I had to set up more to get rid of the amounts of stone coming in. That could get worse. Again, this whole timer thing works out for that too, because it just brings in the amount of stone that's here, and then it just stands still for a while. That helps me. If you want to set something up like this, then with the stone dusters, again, that's another mod. That's just a mod that voids stone. I have so many materials now, just from the refinery, also processing stone. That will last a long while. Let's take a look if the refinery still holds all that stuff. So that's just from stone. And I'm pretty sure it already pushed out a lot of material. So we are good on that. So here you can see we still have a lot of silicon, a lot of nickel. The cobalt is something I brought in. But with this truck we can work on a lot of things now. If we can bring it to the area I want to go to, I'm pretty happy. I did a bit of a scouting run with the small rover. There is still a lot ahead of us. One thing that there is a sheer cliff that we might have to climb somewhere. Not sure how. Batteries are fine, so that thing is working pretty nice. There's a bit of ice nearby, so if I run out of ice, I will go over there and grab some. But for now, I'm cleaning up the area here. Again, this rover works surprisingly well. Let us bring down the power a bit of the wheels. Go to 40%, and let us hope that it doesn't. Yeah, it still goes up. You can see that it is crazy, but again, it does fine work. Surprising good work. After bringing up the handbrake modifier for the whole subgrid script, it also just holds up very well. I can just leave it here without it going off too much there, and with the arm at the moment I can even empty it out if necessary. So here you can see it. It's just steel plates we are getting most of the time. There's not a lot of things that usually gets left behind from the drones. One thing they do is they litter and destroy a lot of my nice landscape here. So now I'm doing back and forth trips to this area. I might have to bring down the timer. And I'm pretty happy. This now, with all the experience I have from using the drill and fill system to dig out tunnels and all that stuff, I think now I'm at a point where I'm literally fine with what's happening here. If we can get it where the truck isn't scraping so much, that would be nice. And that's a thing we might have to again modify the trailer. It hangs up in the back a lot, and it hangs up a lot here still. And I maybe want to get it where this area is really flat and goes over into the wheels, so that I don't have the problem with the whole thing hanging up on this underside. That's a bit problematic. We have the space, and moving this cabin, not what I wanted, but it should be doable. We could make a bit of a glass cabin where we maybe are able to see what's happening down below here, and then we can just bring it up somewhere here, move something maybe back. I'm not sure if I really need the garage anymore. At the moment I would like to dock the rovers that I have to the whole truck. That would be something I would really like. That's why I did the whole thing with the arm, where I picked up the one rover and brought it up. I would like to have a system like that working. Don't know, maybe doing a lot more of the work. Let us see what we would have to cut out to get to the wheels. So I need... We'll put in some blocks because I can. The cargo blocks should hold it in place. Okay. This is just material that I can get rid of. Cargo needs to go. We need to change the spaces for the cargo containers. The good thing is, again, at the moment we can do all the work. It will not, hopefully not make any problems working on the whole truck, because this thing at the moment is just sitting still. It shouldn't do much trouble. Could bring up the cargo containers to somewhere here and have them sit in the roof. This thing can stay where it is. And we can then move. Okay, we have a... No, we don't. We can cut this out, bring the seat up there. Okay. Could bring the seat somewhere close to the... Let us remove the glass here. So if we cut out this area here, we can maybe... Ooh, okay, I have to be careful with this. No, this doesn't scrape, it's just conveyors. It shouldn't be problematic. Maybe if we do this. You can see that again, this whole, it's so nice. The way kind of is the thing that you want to experience at the moment. It gives me a lot of time to think about the work I have to do on the truck. It's so funny how content I'm with working here. Usually I would think that this is, I don't know, this could get boring or something like that, for me, for you, for whatever. But I have a lot of fun just sitting here and thinking about how to change the truck, what to change with the machine, what I can do to make it work better, and hopefully have a real well working machine in the end that I can take to maybe more places on Mars at one point, or that I can bring to, make a copy, bring to other planets, something like that. That would be nice. It's not perfect, and I still want to build other things here on Mars, but I know there comes the time at one point when I need to go to somewhere else. I know that I'm kind of overdoing it a bit with the truck, and that it could get a bit boring seeing me to just work on this thing all the time. No. Why am I not able to place this? So can I maybe do this and then have that thing sit here. Remove this one. Come on. Okay. Yes! That worked out really well. Okay, I can keep this here. The idea would be to set up glass around this so that I can maybe see what's happening. I'm pretty sure that will be a thing that I don't want to use always because it's maybe just too, I don't know, too flimsy. Not flimsy. It is not. You can just one thing you would want to do with okay, this thing can go. I can leave it in the dark for now. One thing you would like to do while sitting down here is be able to just move your upper body and look directly at it. So now this will always be the perspective that we kind of have to do, or a camera. Yeah, maybe I need to put a camera on there so that it is easier to work with. Good. Now we can cut out the whole bottom, I would say. It's still connected, so we should be able to just cut this up. Also the staircase. Then we can get rid of this too. Only thing that I need maybe is a way to get around here. I have that, so I can also get to here. Good thing. And yeah, if I still need the garage, I can find a way into that too, I would say. Cut off this part. And also these. What's the time? Oh, I just wanted to basically give you an update, and now I'm going head first into the next thing that needs doing, and that I just wanted to. I don't know. I didn't really want to start it now, but don't know. Maybe it doesn't really matter when I start it. Okay, I want to cut it up until somewhere here, so that I can have a slope in there, so that the wheel basically is the highest point to do all this. Okay, that's relatively close to the cargo containers, and it is already in the garage section. So maybe if we close off the garage somewhere here. We can still have the garage. We can get rid of this stuff. Oh, what's Marm and arm fend. Yeah, I need to move the programmable blocks. But to where? The garage will not be possible anymore, I have the feeling. That is oxygen. Yeah, maybe I have to do everything from up top and change a lot in here. Doesn't, yeah, I don't really mind. That's a neat idea to just go in and change the whole thing up, I would say. Can do that while I'm waiting for the things to proceed here. So we can see this. This works out with the hill. And I hope it also hits the next one just right. And then we are in the next section. That will be fun. And again, we are maybe able to do the work for the next things with the small one. These things will be problems because I need to kind of cut it out here and then drive a curve, because there's the pole. It's relatively close. We need to go somewhere through this area, then take a bit of a curve, maybe go through here, and then the pole is kind of right there. I don't need to go to the exact North Pole. I just want to go to the big area with ice and then build on there. We have also nice craters here that we can maybe later make streets to and connect them up to, I don't know, have a base in there too. But yeah, we at one point also need to go to other spaces in our world again and work on there a lot more too. But I don't know, I like Mars. It's just the planet I like the most from all the planets here. Okay, let me move this thing again. Why didn't you pick up that stuff? What's up with this? Are you full? You shouldn't. No, you are not. Why are you not picking? Oh, okay, it moved out of the range, maybe. Huh? I really need to make it even crazier with the handbrake. Come on. Why are you not working on this? Let me see something. Build. Fly mode. Grind before weld. Janitor. Enemy logs on. And neutral blocks on. We will just... Yes, now. It's still bucking. That's not nice. But again, it works absolutely amazing for the crazy concept that it is. It's maybe a bit high. That's one thing that we might at one point want to alleviate. If we ever build something like that again, we could reduce the height of the whole thing. Come on. Okay, Okay, can I bring up the subgrid? Can I bring that up even more? Float 5. Recompile. Nope, didn't work. I don't mind. I will just clean up a bit more. Again, you saw me start on the truck. You saw me do this stuff, and I will alternate between all these things and just clean up the area. It is also because the back wheels just push a lot harder than the front wheels. That's maybe something I need to address. Maybe I can just go and change the front wheels so that they push harder than the back wheels. Maybe that's a good way to set that up. How is this working? Still doing a fine job. And again, at one point it should be ready. It should just have gotten rid of these areas. I will have to remove the garage. That's the thing. I will have to remove the garage because I need to make the whole back. I need to change the back area here. This needs to be shorter. Maybe I can cut it off where the lasers are, cut off the doors, cut off this part, and maybe give it a gradual slope so that I can just keep the lasers on there. And I need to find a way to deal with the rovers. Another project with pistons or something like that. I need to take a look at this. Because now I need some way to work with this rover too. And I have the idea to maybe use something like a trailer hitch, another one, and attach it to this and then just pull it behind. That could be something I could do, or I will hang it somewhere like I did with this rover. Hang it on a crane or on something like that. We will find some way to deal with that. I should do it now. To not keep this pain going on for much longer. You were good doors, but you didn't really do what I wanted of you, and I need the space now. I need to do it differently here. Make the whole thing a bit more drivable so that I don't need to cut streets or cut out the landscape everywhere. Cut this up. I need to take a look where I need to start, and then the good thing with this will be that I am also then able to just drive backwards, at least a bit. I tried it with frictionless wheels and all that stuff to prop it up basically, and then just have frictionless wheels. That worked out not too bad, but it is not steerable then anymore. One thing I want to keep is the jacks here, so these need to stay, but this stuff here can definitely go, and then we put in some slopes that will bring the whole thing, make it hopefully a lot nicer to drive. Nice. See, that's how I work in my world. Just if something is not the way it should be, just redo it. Completely remove it. Try something else, or not completely remove it, but go and figure it out. Work on it again and just change it up as much as possible. I like that. I like the way I can work with this. That's one of the great things about space engineers. The fact that kind of everything is redoable, as always. Most of these building games have that, but I don't know. In all the games I played, when it comes to building and when it comes to having ideas, I usually just build something and then change it over time. Just keep on working on it until it's not done, but until it is maybe the way I want it. That will be the slope. I will do a really steep slope here. I can keep the top surface then. But I can work on that slope again. Good. That should be nice. And if I can get the whole front done, this part here, again, I will have to move the cargo containers upwards, empty them out, remove them, connect them up again. Maybe this could be a good space for it. This might be. This might be a good space for it. Have them sit in there at the same height as these conveyors that are there already, and then I can conveyor it up. And this, and have some something here. Good. The wheels shouldn't be a problem here. They should not interfere with that. That's neat. Ah, yes, it's coming together. Let's say it that way. But people, I think I'm done for today. It's I'm happy what was done today. And again, the thing is, at the moment I'm trying to find a balance between just waiting here for stuff to be done, and that could take a while more. It's a good thing that there's always something to do in Space Engineers. Again, I need to come up to somewhere here so that I can drive onto this, and then I maybe use the small one to make a slope up or something like that. I'm not sure if the slope I have in here is enough to climb that in the end. I have to see how I can do that. Will be fun. Good. People, I would say that's all for today. Hope you liked the episode. If you did, please leave a like on the video. Hope to see you in the next one. See ya, guys.